Welcome to the intro to Tapeless Backup, getting faster and easier backups without tape. I'm your presenter. My name is Axsigner with Electronic Storage Corporation. Give you a little background on our company. We've been in business since 1989. We're a software developer. We're located in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Some of our solutions include Tapeless Backup, which we're going to talk about today, document management, for scanning in documents, report management and distribution, and deduplication replication. We are an IBM business partner and Microsoft certified partner. And I've been with the company since 1991. So today is webinar on intro to tapeless backup. So we're going to talk about how you can get rid of physical tape, improve backup process without disrupting operations, and even do bare metal restores or IPL without tape. Have a shorter backup window and quicker restores for faster access of your data. Back up your iSeries, AS400, System I, Linux to SAN or NAS, or a deduplication appliance. We can even include Windows servers, backing up using Veeam, backup exec, etc. And we're going to talk some about deduplication as well, as far as storing backup data. Speed. Are your backups taking too long on tape? Most customers that we talk to that use disk-to-disk backup, specifically LaserVault UBD, Universal Backup Device, is that their backups are cut. The backup time is at least cut in half. So you're looking at your backups, you're saying you're doing full system saves, they're taking X amount of hours. Imagine cutting that time in half. Reliability. Have you ever had a tape backup fail or a restore of a backup fail from tape? That's something we've heard quite often from folks, that they've had that issue where they have a restore from tape backup fail, or at the time that they were wanting to restore, they had an issue with the tape drive, had to call out IBM to get it fixed. Your tape drive might be failing because it's getting old. Tapes are getting old. You may have a tape library in which the auto loader may be failing because it's getting old. Things like that. And how many hours per week do you spend overseeing tape backups? Well, you may not really notice that because the way you've done it, forever, is move tapes here to there, offsite, moving them from on-site to off-site, going to get them when you need to restore something, loading tapes, unloading tapes. If you didn't have to do any of that, you could save quite a bit of time, and time is money for sure. Is downtime impacting other processes that need to occur within a certain time frame, or user access and user access? So if your backups are twice as fast, what will that do as far as impacting processes and user access? Restore and recover. How long does it take to restore from tape? Well, you got to get the tape first of all. Once you've got the tape, then it takes time to stream through the tape to restore the file. If the file is deep in the tape, then it takes a lot longer. If everything's online on disk, you can restore in half the time or less. I mean, if you eliminate having to go and get the tape, it could be restoring takes a day to restore takes less than an hour, 5-10 minutes even, depending on what you're needing to, how much data you're needing to restore. But if it's online, the restore and the recover is instantaneous because it's online. Administration. How hard is it to manage your tape backups? Well, it probably isn't too difficult until something gets lost, misplaced, can't be restored. Tape drive fails, things like that. But administering the tape backups means you got to set up your rotations and things like that. Administering like retentions of the tapes, rotation of the tapes. If you have software that can do that automatically, then it's going to save you a lot of time. Disaster recovery, business continuity. How long does it take to recover your iSeries data when a disaster recovers? It will take longer from tape than it does from disk. That's just the way it is. Do you have your data deduplicated and replicated to ensure continuity? Most cases, folks do not. But we're going to talk about deduplication and replication. Transition. How much time do you have in disruption? As far as if you want to go from tape to disk, you don't want it to be a long transition. You don't want to have any kind of time in which you're not able to do backups, and you don't want to take a lot of time to set a solution up to move from disk to tape. The ideal scenario is you take a system, you connect it to the iSeries, it becomes a tape device, and you're ready to start running your saves to that device, and that happens to be disk. So something that simple means the transition is going to be easy. It's going to cost you less time. It's going to cost you less money. What is tapeless backup? Well, in the case of what we offer, tapeless backup, disk-to-disk backup, it's a solution that emulates physical tape. It appears like a tape to the iSeries, to the Linux box, etc. And so this makes a simple process of setting up backups to go to this device. It can replace tape or it can be used in conjunction with tape backup. So if you want to copy to your existing tape a disk backup, like using dupe tape in the iSeries environment, you can do that. You can use your existing tape backup commands. So you can use BRMS, robot save, go backup, or any of this a CL program or procedure that you've defined or set up can be easily transformed into using this tape device instead of your existing tape. Now, our solution in particular is available as a hardware turnkey server solution or just software only. So let's talk about speed as far as why using tapeless backup. That's the number one reason folks come to us for better, faster backups, is because it can be up to 4 times faster than LTO4. I'll give you an example. We had a customer that was saving 500 gig. It's approximate their backup twice a day. Before they run their post their transactions, they run a backup, and then after they post their transactions, they run a backup. This was taking about an hour on tape. Now takes 20 minutes to UBD. 500 gig in 20 minutes. Was taking an hour. Also, you can perform unattended restricted state full system saves to this device because it looks like a tape drive. Also means you can IPL. So these are reasons to use tapeless backup is that you want to replace the tape backup process using the same processes, and you want to go to disk. And for these reasons are great reasons to do that. So what does tapeless backup work with? It works with option 21 or any of the IBMI tape backup commands. If you're saving to disk, define your disk as RAID, and that means that you can have better reliability for daily rotation storage as well as long-term retention. You can also back up to SAN or NAS or any deduplication appliance. So you want to leverage storage you already have. Tell the network folks, hey, hook me up with some storage I need for the iSeries backup. They may either give it up or you may have to bribe them with some lunch or something like that. But anyway, carve out some space on a SAN or NAS for your iSeries backups. If you're looking at something like a V3700 from IBM, that solution, you can connect through iSCSI. You can dedupe the backups to that system. So we'll get into more of that too, because that's really pretty awesome deduplication as far as being able to save your backups and using a lot less space. We're talking 20-to-1 compression. Compatible with third-party iSeries backup systems. I mentioned BRMS and Robot Save, so it's compatible with those solutions. The software also has built-in compression. Typically it's 5-to-1, and also encryption. So those processes don't have to be done on the iSeries or on a tape drive to slow down your backup. These are done on the server separate from your backup, not to slow down the backup process. So let's look in comparison to tape as far as speed from LTO1 to LTO6, and then compare that to UBD. So you can see UBD spikes up to 400 megasecond. We've seen iSeries machines push the data that fast. Typically it's around 300 megasecond, which is a terabyte, about a terabyte an hour, compared to LTO6 at 150 megasecond. So you can see there you can get quite a bit of speed in the backup process compared to tape. Back to this SAN or NAS. If this is an iSCSI connection or iSCSI, and if you set up, iSCSI mount to that SAN, the data stored on that SAN can be deduped with Windows 2012 dedupe onto that server. Then you can replicate it. So that would be a nice solution using that particular IBM SAN or any SAN or NAS that you can connect through iSCSI. So what's the cost difference? Okay, cost difference is deduplication, replication solutions, Exagrid, data domain, etc. Solutions are compared to what UBD is offering for replication and deduplication, quite a bit less. We've got some systems here. We've got server specifications as a Dell server. That would either be 1 or 2U. We've got two different options there. We've got a 1U option with a disk shelf. We've got a 2U option with storage. Dual processor, 16 gig of RAM. There's the 2012 redundant power supply in the 2U, and a fiber channel card for the connection to the iSeries. And we offer storage options of 8 terabyte, 12 terabyte, 18 terabyte, 24 terabyte. You can see the potential of storage on an 8 terabyte is up to 160 terabyte with deduplication. All of these systems, these options include tape emulation software, UBD, Replacador, and supports the platforms IBM I, Veeam, NetBackup, Backup Exec, Linux. So just to recap, increase backups by 50% or more. Some are seeing up to a 70% reduction. Eliminate the possibility of tape backup and restore failures. Manage your backups without leaving your desk. No tapes to get, move, unwrap, label, transport. So it's less hassle, more time for other things that you can be doing. Don't like your day interrupted by a messed up tape. Access. Cut downtime in half, less disruption to your users. Restore and recover significantly easier and faster to deal with online backups than it is physical tape. Takes less time, takes less effort as far as administration. Business continuity, disaster recovery. We discussed deduplication and replication as part of solutions that we offer, and it can be included in your other servers, your other backups. And transitioning from tape to disk solution can be really simple. In the case of IBM, the iSeries, once you connect this solution via fiber channel, then if you have auto configuration turned on, you'll automatically get a new tape device on the iSeries. Then you're ready to start your backups. It's that simple. Because the tape emulation software, when you turn on a server that has UBD, Fiber Channel Connect, you turn on the server, you'll get a tape device, you're ready to start setting up your backups. So thank you for your time today in this presentation of these slides. If you'd like to set up a personal demo and discuss your backup requirements, the amount of space that you're going to need for storage, the kind of speed that you're looking for as far as backup speed, and then what your DR scenario would like to be. Would you like to back up with replication, deduplication? What's your DR scenario? Let's talk about that and figure out, how we can help get backups to your DR site. So that's the webinar. There's my contact information. Thank you very much for your time. Have a good day.